Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make some good things happen, you will fill the world with hope, you will fill yourself with hope. A change is brought about because ordinary people do extraordinary things. If there is anyone out there who still doubts that America is a place where all things are possible, who still wonders if the dream of our founders is alive in our time, who still questions the power of our democracy, tonight is your answer. We did not come to fear the future. We came here to shape it. In the face of impossible odds, people who love their country can change it. We don't ask you to believe in our ability to bring change, rather, we ask you to believe in yours. Hope is not blind optimism. It's not ignoring the enormity of the task ahead or the roadblocks that stand in our path. It is not sitting on the sidelines or shirking from a fight. Hope is that thing inside us that insists, despite all evidence to the contrary, that something better awaits us if we have the courage to reach for it, to work for it, and to fight for it. The road ahead will be long. Our climb will be steep. We may not get there in 1 year or even in 1 term, but America, I have never been more hopeful than I am tonight that we will get there. I promise you, we as a people will get there. The arc of the moral universe may bend toward justice, but it doesn't bend on its own. It bends because people like us put our hands on that arc and we pull it, we tug it, and we bend it in the direction of justice. The future rewards those who press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. We are reminded that in the fleeting time we have on this earth, what matters is not wealth, or status, or power, or fame, but rather, how well we have loved and what small part we have played in making the lives of other people better. I'm inspired by the people I meet in my travels, hearing their stories, seeing the hardships they overcome, their fundamental optimism and decency. I'm inspired by the love people have for their children. And I'm inspired by my own children, how full they make my heart. They make me want to work to make the world a little bit better. The American story has never been about things coming easy, it's been about rising to the moment when the moment is hard. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. The strongest weapon against hate speech is not repression, it is more speech. Focusing your life solely on making a buck shows a poverty of ambition. It asks too little of yourself. Because it's only when you hitch your wagon to something larger than yourself that you realize your true potential. We don't turn back. We leave no one behind. We pull each other up. Yes, we can. We are the hope of the future, the answer to the call of history. The worst thing that colonialism did was to cloud our view of our past. A nation that can't control its energy sources can't control its future. Empathy is a quality of character that can change the world. The biggest challenges and problems we face will never be solved unless we find a way to talk to one another. It is you, the young and fearless at heart, the most diverse and educated generation in our history, who the world is waiting for. What history does is remind us that while we are confronted with challenges, there are always opportunities to shape our future. We must reject not only the stereotypes that others hold of us, but also the stereotypes that we hold of ourselves. A budget is more than just numbers on a page, it is an embodiment of our values. Reading is important. If you know how to read, then the whole world opens up to you. Cynicism is a sorry kind of wisdom. Every woman should be able to go as far as her dreams and hard work will take her. We may have different stories, but we hold common hopes. When ignorant folks want to advertise their ignorance, you don't really have to do anything. You just let them talk. Change is never easy, but always possible. We did not come to fear the future. We came here to shape it. The role of citizen in a democracy does not end with your vote. America is not the project of any one person. The single most powerful word in our democracy is, we. It's important to make sure that we're talking with each other in a way that heals, not in a way that wounds. I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. We all have a stake in one another, because the freedoms we enjoy today were not given freely, they were earned. You can't let your failures define you, you have to let them teach you. The best anti-poverty program is a world-class education. The America I know is generous and compassionate. It's a land of opportunity and optimism. We must uphold the fundamental belief that I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper. The audacity of hope, a belief in the possibility of something better. Our individual salvation depends on collective salvation. Success isn't about how much money you make, it's about the difference you make in people's lives. Progress will come in fits and starts. It's not always a straight line. It's not always a smooth path. A government that truly represents these Americans, that truly serves these Americans, will require a change in attitudes. While we breathe, we will hope. We have to summon the courage to keep fighting, knowing that progress is always possible. A more perfect union begins with the choices we make today. There is no such thing as a perfect solution, only the best possible outcome given the circumstances. I believe in the power of ordinary people to bring about extraordinary change. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you'll end up. The road to progress is paved with setbacks and sacrifices, but it always moves forward. At its best, our democracy is driven by people of all backgrounds who come together to make change happen. This is just a portion of Obama's powerful words. Let me know if you need more.